Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Griselle with Psychic MD and I'm here to do another pick a card reading. I'm actually using something totally different today. I got this from a little shop in Grass Valley, Copal Spiritual Ritual Incense. I've never used it before. Pretty exciting. This looks to me like a big candy. And she did say it was going to smell very, very heavy. And she was not kidding. Not bad, just very different. So, this is going to be for the selection portion of your reading. We are going to go ahead and open up a window before I choke to death here. Very concentrated. We're going to go ahead and pull some cards so that you can pick from. And in this reading, we are going to explore 6 things that they can't forget about you. Okay? This could be friends, family, lovers, anybody. So without further ado, I want to thank you repeat offenders for stopping in again, checking out what is going on with my channel. And for you newbies that happen to stop in, I want to thank you so much as well. Thank you for coming on over. So we're going to do pick a card the old-fashioned style. I'll let you guys pick from the actual deck. I'll be pulling 3 cards. Here we go. Show me what I need to see. 6 things they can't forget about me. For pile number 1, 6 things that they can't forget about me. Show me what I need to see and show me now. Okay, that's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. So we feature the Strength card, pile number 1. We have the Queen of Swords, pile number 2. And last but not least, we have the Tower for pile number 3. 6 things they can't forget about you. I will see you at your pile. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose that pile, this is for you. For those of you that have skipped the intro portion of this reading, thank you for joining me. My name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. Pile number 1. The first thing that they miss about you is your stamina. So even if you don't consider yourself athletic, they really can't forget how you would be relentless. Now, this could be positive and negative trait as well, of course. Now I'm getting more positive vibes here, especially because this person has, the Strength is a Leo card, and we've got the Leo colors, we've got the root chakra referenced. So this person felt like you would keep going, like you're a hard worker, you had stamina, you had the ability to put your nose to the grindstone no matter what it was. You gave them a lot of stability, a lot of comfort in a lot of ways, okay? So even if you were perhaps not even contributing to the household and things like that, they felt like they could rely on you. And that really translates to feeling secure. Now, then we have the orange, which for me, that's really representing the sacral chakra. And to me, that really communicates that there was a lot of sensuality and a lot of sensual play. Perhaps things like wrestling, having sex for hours, things like that. Enjoying the pleasures of life. So if you're into working out and things like that, just really enjoying your workout. What they can't forget too is if you're one of the people that like to work out, they can't forget like how you would work into a sweat and how they really enjoyed how you smelled, how you looked. Also your skin glistening with perspiration. We glow, right? I say we glow, but who knows? And perhaps you guys may have been jogging companions or workout partners, things like that. Maybe you like to hike, take a hike in the woods and things like that. But they just really feel like you had a lot of strength to you. Now, the other side to this coin is inner strength. And I feel like your person, that would be number 2, your person really misses and can't forget how strong you are. The strength that you show and showed in the past to keep things on the straight and narrow, how true you are to your own commitment, to your own cause. And this is not like in a bad way at all. This is just basically stating that if something makes you feel insecure or rocks your stability, you're not having it. The ability to conquer things that make you feel uncomfortable as well is referenced here. The ability to tame your inner beast was really admirable. I think that people who used to know you really admire this quality as well. And I'm getting the feeling like very tactile. They miss that sensuality, that touching your skin, hearing you purr. I heard hearing you mew. Is it meow? I don't know. I don't know what goes on, guys. I'm not here to judge, okay? But basically, any of your better noises is being referenced here. So I'd say that we'll count that as 2. 6 things they can't forget about you. Let's take a look. 6 things they can't forget about you. For pile number 1, show me now. The 2 of Swords. So perhaps this is stating, I mean, even the implication of the title here, of course, is that you're in separation or no contact, or they're not on this 3D plane anymore. Any of those would apply. But the 2 of Swords talks about a stalemate, about perhaps how you dug in your heels. In their perspective, keep in mind, don't kill a messenger. So what they can't forget is how you had the ability to be really strong and dig in your heels and stand up for a cause, even though she's sitting down here, right? I love that. The 2 also speaks to me about your personal power. So even though they understood and even currently know that you had a lot of emotion going on, they really admire and can't forget how you were willing to set aside that emotion, how you used more logic than anything else in order to control the situation and keep you on a good path, okay? So that could have meant even standing up to them, digging your heels and saying no to them. Perhaps no one ever showed what other people would consider weakness, but really I just feel like you embody yourself, and why not? Everybody else is taken, right, pile 1? So pile number 1, the 4th trait. What is it that they can't forget about you? The 4th thing, please, show me now. The Knave of Chalices. They can't forget how romantic and open, and I want to say touchy-feely. I'm going to burn my cards, but no, I'm not. Let me go ahead and shut this window real quick. Arizona heat is 10,000 degrees outside. So I feel like, look again, how she is actually wearing red. Or he, whomever. And this talks to me about the root chakra and the ability to look at things and say, well, does this make me feel secure? Is this really what I want? Is this making me feel like things are under control? Because I feel a little bit like this energy of things were kind of canteening out of control, and there was a pause. an assessment was made, regardless of all the feelings. So I think that what they can't forget about you is how emotional and how you guys had like so many feelings for each other and things like that. There's water, there's water, there's water. How everything felt organic. You had instant chemistry, almost like a magnet type thing. It was very natural. And yet, in spite of all those things, they can't forget the strength that you have, how you really put things in order in your mind, and then proceeded about your business, whether that meant the separation, whether you left, they left, whatever, you were still seen as somebody who really focused on their root chakra, on what caused them to be balanced, regardless of like how romantic things were and how lovey-dovey and how emotionally chaotic at one point things got. 6 things that they cannot forget about you. I heard beauty. They can't forget about your face and how beautiful you are. How they just really like to look at your face even while you slept. How they may have liked to stroke your skin. How maybe perhaps when they kissed you, they actually, sounds really weird. I didn't plan on saying this, but they would probably like kiss you and suck in with their mouth so that they actually tasted your skin. I know it sounds kind of weird, but I hope you know what I'm talking about. So it's almost like there was so much there that they wanted to eat you up, okay? What else can't they forget about my pile number 1? Pile number 1, show me now. I'm hearing also that they can't believe you had the strength to continue doing you, to be balanced, and to be moving forward. I feel like they see you now as doing super well. Like you're not, I don't want to say it's like an etch a sketch that never happened, but almost like it never happened. And it leaves them a little bit discombobulated, wondering, okay? Now I'm feeling like this is more like a divine masculine and things went south. I don't know exactly what transpired. It could be the same sex relationship. We don't read sex on this channel. We read energy. So whoever had the more masculine characteristics, I feel like this person perhaps wasn't too forthcoming, okay? Something happened, and it made you pull away, and they can't believe that you're kind of like over it. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean to pull out all of these. Look, the Strength card came out again. Get out of here with that. Okay, awesome. So look, again, you guys could have wrestled. They miss wrestling with you. They miss looking at you. Even when you would get like hot and bothered and kind of sweaty, like if you guys would have a row or a fight or an argument, how you would just get passionate, and they really think about that, and it is a turn on actually. So it's a really big turn on to them. I even feel like this person could have gotten you riled up deliberately on subjects or done things just to get a rise out of you because it made them feel important and made them feel loved and cared for and wanted, as strange as that sounds. Okay. Another thing that they love and can't forget about you is that when they're with you, everything seemed like it was on the up and up. Okay. This is an 18 plus reading, so if you're not 18, please go click off. I will put that in the thumbnail as well. But it seems like things were on, almost like on the path of getting better. I think that there was a lot of growth between you, a lot of paths that were open, and yet for whatever reason, you parted ways. They struck gold with you. It was like a strike of good fortune, okay, when they were with you. And I feel like they can't forget that. I feel like their self-esteem went up. They were able to look in the mirror more with a lot more pride. I feel like you really had an influence on their integrity, because with the Strength card, that is the Leo card as well, that is all about having like personal integrity and devotion, things like that. So I feel like they were really implementing those qualities within them, or you brought out more of those qualities within them. I also feel like they could have looked better to the opposite sex when they were with you, or to the same sex, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. So this is what I think happened. I wasn't really trying to do this kind of a reading, but I feel like somebody was dishonest, went about things, treating you as an option, okay? Because I see here, like, you brought out the best in them, and you were kind of like the one that inspired them to go on the up and up. And yet all they saw was, oh, look how good I look how good I'm doing, look how well. In Puerto Rico we have a saying, uno viste el mono para que el otro se lo goce. And that means that one dresses a monkey so that another can enjoy it. I know that's like weird, but it works in Spanish anyways. So the Seven of Cups is this person just kind of like got into their own image. It's almost like they fell in love with themselves, and they were really feeling themselves to the point that they forgot where the inspiration came from, where even the strength came from, and things like that. Because I do feel like you would kind of put them on course again. They would veer and put them on course, but they treated you as an option, and they also can't forget that. I do feel like things were slow to move on. You were an option, perhaps for quite a while, even before you realized it. I heard the words all in, but I think you were all in and they were not. Things were definitely slow to move. Let's see what other messages we get. 6 things you can't forget about you. I think we've exceeded the 6, but let's call this 6. Why not? 6 things they can't forget about you. Show me now. Pile 1. I really love this card. I don't know mine. So we have the 3 of Pentacles. I love how he's kind of holding her. It's almost like she's perched up against something. I don't know. I think the position is really cute. But this is cooperation, creativity. I feel like they cannot forget the creative ways that you guys had sex. It was animalistic. It was fun. It was experimental. It was different. I don't feel like they felt that way since, in spite of all the sampling that they may or may not have done. You could have had red hair, or they could have been attracted to someone else with long red hair as well. But they really can't forget the times where it was just really organic. There didn't have to be a lot of fuss with you. It was just you guys made the chemistry. It wasn't clothes. It wasn't cars. It wasn't, I almost said position, but I mean by that is societal positions, okay? Things like that. It wasn't that. I feel like perhaps there was just real love there. Okay, with the shoe on top of the heart right here. And you guys had a great way of collaborating that was organic. Again, I'm getting organic vibes. I feel like this could have been a very healthy thing. A lot of growth and a lot of potential, but you can't, potential will only take you so far. The fact is that they made you a choice or an option. And so I don't think that worked for you at all. I also feel like they can't forget that they were more transparent with you than they ever have been. Like, I feel like with the 2 of Swords right here, it's almost saying like, I really see you. I see you to the depth of your core, through, your eyeballs into your soul. I see the good. I see the bad. I see it all. And once upon a time, it was okay, like you guys really connected. But then we got into this stalemate. And I do feel like, of course, again, it's because of choices and options and keeping the back door open. Not that back door, people. I don't feel like they have felt like this since. And that's why their brain keeps returning to you. It's not just the sex, the creative sex, the unexpected sex, the different positions. Maybe the different lotions and potions that you used to put on each other's skin, or whatever the case may be, or any other kinky thing that you guys did. I feel like it was just a genuine connection, and they haven't felt like that since. Let's pull out a couple of charms for you. Yeah, with the 3, I feel like 3rd-person party. 3-person party. Okay. So cover your ears or pull out any ear earbuds or whatever you have. Let's get a couple of charms to go with this. For pile number 1, 6 things we can't forget about you. Show me now. We've got a crown. Maybe I'll put them on my hand. Divine protection. Infinity. We have wish. We have another crown. Oh, wow. Okay. That's the first that's ever happened. I feel like this person even feels like they are your soulmate, if they believe in that. If not, they feel like you were a connection that they have never had since and probably never will. So I feel like there is, you know, undying love here. They wish they could go back and perhaps change things, or even have them be different currently so that this connection wasn't so broken or fractured. Here is another heart. This is almost like, it reminds me of like very traditional, old school kind of a heart, but there is love. There is a lot of wish. There's a lot of musing, a lot of like fantasizing. I wonder if things would have been different, you know. With this, I feel like they feel like you're the divine counterpart, their soulmate, things like that. You could have had a different opinion. You could be thinking, well, my soulmate would never choose, you know, or keep me as an option. My soulmate would treat me with respect or whatever. And I totally agree with you. But you could be viewing this person more as a cellmate, like in jail type thing. But here are the counterparts. So it's unmistakable. Your connection was not a lie. It wasn't made up in your head. It wasn't a fantasy. Definitely a strong, powerful connection there. But choices can really alter people's lives. So, but they definitely think about you. And those are some of the things that they cannot forget about you. If you like this kind of reading, please do smash that like button, share, comment, subscribe. And I hope to see you soon. Namaste. Hi, pile number 2. If you chose pile number 2, this is your reading. For those of you that missed my intro, my name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading, of course. For you repeat offenders, thank you so much for showing up. I really do appreciate it. For those of you new to my channel, very warm welcome. I hope everyone finds exactly what they are seeking. All right, 6 things they can't forget about you. Pile number 2. First off, I want to say they can't forget how clear, how concise your mind can make things. You're almost like a mental surgeon. Okay, so I feel like you're extremely bright, very smart. You may or may not have like a formal education. It really doesn't matter. I feel like the way that you handle things also is just very clinical, very precise. I heard cold. So this person could feel at times that you would just handle things with such logic that it could have felt cold to them at times. Okay, we'll see where this goes. But I do feel like I heard the word agenda. So perhaps this is saying that you would have agendas on your mind that were so clear and goals that were so precise, and the way that you went about them was just so methodical that it was really impressive to watch you at work, whatever it is that you do, whether it's work or even if you work from home. You know, being a home coordinator, that's not easy. So regardless, I feel like you did do things really methodically, and it stays with them, like your methodology of how you take care of business, basically. I also feel like you have a way of, I heard all business. I don't know why I'm hearing this. Maybe you own your own business, or maybe you have multiple businesses. Whatever the case may be, it could make other people feel like, okay, they have to check your boxes, and you're not wrong. Pile number 2, you're definitely not wrong. So I even feel like for pile number 2, your person, or part of the reason why they can't forget about you, is because they're surprised that they checked all of your boxes. Okay. I feel like also some of you guys could have gone on vacations and they totally like entrusted you with all the details because you were extremely proficient at organizing and providing a perfect holiday or vacation, something like that, in such a way that like everybody had time, a great time. So, and I don't think that they were used to it. I don't think this person is quite the planner that you are. And that's one thing that really stands out to them. And I'm hearing a cut above the rest. I think that is an understatement, by the way. 6 things they can't forget about you. We're going to bunch those up into one. That was 1. 6 things they can't forget about you. Pile number 2. Show me now. The Queen of Cups. So you could be extremely analytical and extremely intuitive as well. Perhaps even you are an empath. I actually never noticed this right here. That's pretty cool. It's almost like the smoke is tangled within itself. So I feel like you could have gotten headaches, things like that, and they can't forget like how connected and loving you are to the people that you love. That was kind of redundant, but you know what I'm talking about. Like when you love with intensity, you love with purpose. People check off your boxes, and even as analytical as you are, even if they don't quite check off all of your boxes, there is a wealth of emotion beneath the surface of what most people can see. And they got to know that about you. And they were really, really moved by that. Again, you might have a message in pile number 1 because right here he's wearing red. To me, that is affiliated with the root chakra. And that talks about you making this person feel secure. There's a lot of security with them. A lot of the fact that you understood them, the fact that you were just open-hearted. I feel like you have a very pure heart as well. You want what is best for other people, and that can really cause you some grief. Maybe perhaps they helped you with migraines and things like that. And if it wasn't that, I'm hearing for other people, it could have been that they had like family issues that, you know, maybe a loss in the family that you helped them with, and it was very difficult to get through. And that was your time to shine. Their time to shine. They were able to step up and show you that I can take care of you emotionally as well. And they can't forget that. That was really impressive. Okay. So 6 things they can't forget about you. Pile number 2. What else do we have? Show me now. That's funny because I saw a meal and then I saw hands in like prayer. So maybe you guys prayed before your meals, things like that. And maybe you went to church together. Maybe you had like a faith as well together. Perhaps you guys really enjoyed collaborating in the kitchen as well together, kind of like multitasking, like, okay, what do you need, prep chef? And they're, you know, cutting onions. I need onions. And they would cut onions for you. And so whatever it was, it went very smooth. It was a very like natural flow in order to things. I feel like all the ingredients were there for success, I'm hearing. And we're wondering why this did not work out. Now, blue, you could be very, very vocal as well. So I wonder, because there's a lot of blue being reflected back here, I feel like you're just really genuine. And perhaps they could not handle what it is that you had to say. Number 2, to me, is always about personal power. And yeah, I feel like you guys actually interacted really well at times. When it was really, really good, it was really good. Right? So you could have done cooking together, baking together, meal prep together, hosted events at your home. Any of those. Okay. Show me for pile number 2. 6 things they can't forget about you. I think that was 3. We'll make this 4. What the heck, right? 6 things you can't forget about you. Show me now. Ten of Cups, you actually fulfill them so much emotionally. They could see it. If you guys weren't, I'll like, I heard wedded and bedded. That's not really how we met, but that's what I heard. If you guys weren't married or making plans to head in that direction or engaged or in a serious, throwing in, I heard lock, stock, and barrel commitment, that kind of a thing. They wanted that. They could see that with you. You brought the sense of family. You brought the sense of community, of togetherness, of working as a team. And it was very natural, the way that things would work. It was very, very smooth, almost to a point where it's a little bit frightening for that person. But they think about the times where it was just sheer joy emotionally. For pile number 2, show me what I need to see. 6 things we can't forget about you. Number 5, show me now. That's interesting. I was not expecting this. 8 of chalices. 8 of chalices. So again, I have a lot of blue being reflected. I think that perhaps you studied. Whatever it was you studied, you spoke your truth. Even these little, I don't know what these are. Djinns, genies, fairies, I don't know. Anyways, I feel like you were getting your own downloads and messages and things like that. Then you could have done some homework and looked through the phone, through the address book, or through email, through social media, things like that. Just trying to, because something didn't really feel correct. There's a reason why all these books are laid out, to do like an investigation, something that wasn't sitting right. And so part of, even though this is like, my intention was to bring positive stuff, they can't forget about you, how you sat down and did your homework and investigated, and got to nitty gritty, and you vocalized what it is that you found. Like, you weren't afraid to roll up your sleeves, get dirty, and make a decision based on that. Going back to the Queen of Swords, it's like, you know what? I love our life, but this that I found that you were dishonest about, maybe they were in incredible debt, maybe they were married to somebody else, maybe they had other shenanigans going on with other people that they were contacting while they were with you. Maybe it was other stuff for one of you. This person could have gotten in trouble for drugs or children, if you know what I'm talking about. Whatever the case may be, they can't forget how you did your due diligence and made that discovery, and then decided to walk away from it. Even if they wound up leaving first or whatever, it's like you walked away because you poured so much of your heart and soul into it. It's almost like they felt like they had you locked in. You know, like, oh, that's the wifey. You know, I don't have to give her a ring. I don't have to provide much effort or whatever. They're the wifey. They always provide for me. They always cook for me. They're always there making our schedule. They're making sure that we have 2 vacations a year. Who does that? I don't, but I'm jealous. Things like, yeah, commitment. This is wifey. I don't have to really be on my best behavior. I mean, this is like good enough. We really get along together. I don't have to have that level of openness because I'm smarter than. But you actually showed them differently. They were not smarter than. Now, the Hierophant's a really interesting card to pull out right here as far as like what 6 things they can't forget about you. Because in this scenario right here, I feel like you have a lot of tools. This person, again, is wearing white. She's wearing white shirt. There's a lot of white here. I feel like you're really spiritual. It doesn't have to be religious. You could just be spiritual, have your own connection to the divine. And you can get your own, I heard your own cure. So you're somebody who actually, spirit will communicate and will teach you how to make cures for whatever ails you and your family and things like that. So this could be like a thing that was handed down from your ancestors to you. And you could have like revived it. Maybe it got lost in the shuffle of modern day or whatever the case may be. But I do feel like you are somebody that is really interested in exploring and things like that about what really can help heal people naturally. So you could be someone, for example, who does energy work, and you can ask Spirit, you know what, Spirit, I don't even know how to align my chakras, but I need your help. Show me where my chakra energy is now. Okay, help me calibrate it. Where should it be? Okay, now calibrate it. Moving on to the next chakra, things like that. That's what I do, by the way. So they cannot get over the fact that you have a remedy, you have a cure, you have a solution, and everything is like given to you by the divine. It's like, for as smart as you are, you don't have to utilize any of that to be able to get the downloads, to get to nitty gritty and get the truth. You just know. You have this way of knowing. Now, also, some of you guys could be clairvoyant. I almost see this girl right here as being a person that is crossed over already. And so you could actually see people that other people can't. Energy. You could also see people that have passed on, passed away. You could be mediums. You could be psychics as well. Some of you also have, and I don't feel like you quite know it yet, access to the Akashic records. So that's something for you as well. But the level of commitment that this person thought that they could get away with, I feel. I mean, this could be not as simple, but this could be just like not paying their child support, and you find out and you're like, wow, what? Like, and the way you found out was maybe you're trying to book a trip abroad, and they didn't have a passport or something like that. So the level of commitment ends up being a commitment to yourself, and that's what really stuns them and shocks them. It's like how you continue doing you, how you continue improving your game, how you continue elevating. There's so much growth with you, so much organicness. Is that a word? It is now. Things that you just draw people to you, people that are dead and alive as well. So I love that about you. You could be into holistic medicine, into different teas, into acupressure, acupuncture, into, I don't know, even psychometry, any of those arts. Now, when I was talking, this would be your 6-1, probably more, but who's counting, right? I have this, the 9 of Wands. So the one thing that they can't forget about you is that how you were vulnerable and you trusted with your whole heart. And it may have taken a while, but when you trust wholeheartedly. And I feel like you had been through the ringer and been through some battles, and you were really open with them. You're like, you know what, this has shaken my foundation, my confidence, and I don't want to go there again, that kind of a thing. You may have shared that with this other person, and what they can't forget is how they actually kind of messed it up. They almost repeated a cycle that you had thought you ended or completed, something to that effect. And now they see you like unattainable once again, and definitely untouchable, to them anyways. They feel like you are the wounded warrior, but they love how deep you are also. Just with the look, you could be somebody who likes to wear braids, likes to even gaze into the flame and get messages. That is a form of like divination or meditation. That's how I started, by the way, when I was 4. Getting messages from my grandfather. Staring into the flame. So let's just, who's counting. 6 things and more that they can't forget about you, pile number 2. What is it that they can't forget about you? Things that they keep thinking about. Show me now. They can't forget how you were prepared. Again, like with the 8 of Cups, like you were prepared to walk away because your commitment is commitment to yourself, to your integrity, to your self-esteem, to your health, the health of your loved ones around you, if you have children as well. You're committed to balance and your personal power. You're not ready to give that up by a long shot. So you're willing to turn your back on anything that didn't live up to that. And they loved how you would kind of pull away, because in a way, I feel like they wanted to yo-yo you back. It could have been a little bit of the yo-yo factor going on, okay? They also love it, like how, regardless of what they said to you or how you felt about it, I'm sorry, yeah, what they told you about it, that you would just turn around and like burn sage or burn this stuff. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, it's called copal. Copal spiritual incense. But you could have burned bay leaves to manifest, anything like that to cleanse your home. And regardless of what they said, you would just do you. It was like you're very much in your personal power. You could have a really sexy back, a very beautiful butt as well, and they can't forget those things about you either. So there's a lot of physicalities there. They can't also forget like the passion that you guys had, like the fire. What else is it that they can't forget about you? Pile number 2. Show me now. Well, there you go. They can't forget the good times. Maybe having a little bit too much wine. Maybe not. Doesn't always have to be. But really enjoying yourselves. Celebrating your bodies. Making love out in nature. Having sex in unexpected places. And maybe they like to bite your neck. Something about your neck. They would like to feel like they had full control of your body, because obviously they didn't have full control of you. And they like that. They like that you were kind of like wild and untamable and self-commanding, self-sufficient. It's a turn on to them. Very much so. They could really have enjoyed your boobs, playing with your nipples. Anything like that. Listening to you while they made love to you. Pile number 2. What is it that they can't forget about you? Show me now. Yep, 9 of Swords. So they like to kind of, something about your back, about making love behind you, pressing your butt up against them, that kind of a thing, or surprising you, whatever the case may be. Maybe when you're sleeping, they would like to slip it to you while you're trying to sleep, things like that. They enjoy your curves, even if you have a little belly, even if you have whatever kind of belly. I feel like they enjoy that too. They liked your thighs. They liked your hips. They definitely loved your butt. And perhaps even your hair, feeling your hair and your neck. Those are things that are really unforgettable. And I'm not going to lie, what I see here too is they like the fact that they could even upset your energy and put you in a state of worry sometimes. It made them feel good. It made them feel validated, like I'm relevant, I'm important. She or he cares about me, okay? So that's not healthy, but it's just a fact. So let's pull out some charms for you. Pile number 2. 6 things we can't forget about you. Okay. We've got the ring that fell off the hand. We've got the ring. Actually, let's do this. We have the infinity sign, or I call it the nimbus. We have the mermaid trying to reach what? A sphere, perhaps even a star. Peace. Dream. Yeah, I'm feeling like nighttime. When it's nighttime, they are really thinking about you, especially during nighttime. During the day, they could use like life's distractions as a reason not to think about you. In the night, when it's peaceful, when the stars are out, they really think about it. There's genuine love here. And I know most of us say, well, love doesn't act like that. So whatever may have transpired. They haven't forgotten about you. They feel like this was even a divine connection. This is almost like a rubber band. If I twist that rubber band, it opens up to 0. That's like a perfect number. I feel like they're hoping to have another round with you. And if you were married or committed, I mean, the ring came out as well. So I don't feel like that's an accident. You were their peace. They haven't had peace since, by the way. And I feel like they're drawn to you almost like you're a siren to them. Okay? So these are things that they can't forget about you. If you like this kind of reading, smash the like button, share, comment, subscribe. And until next time, namaste. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me. My name is Griselle with Psychic MD, and I'm here to do your reading. Specifically, 6 things they can't forget about you. Doesn't this look like a candy? Like one of those Christmas pretzel things? I don't know why I'm getting that. Super strong, by the way. Pretty cool. Okay. Anyways, focus, Griselle. 6 things they can't forget about you. So off the bat, I'm going to say for pile number 3, they can't forget how passionate you are. You might be someone that has an intensity. Like when they describe you, they think about you, you're definitely intense. Passionate. Opinionated. I think that if this was like a love connection, if you were intimate with them, they also can't forget how fiery things were in the bedroom as well. Because I just see this is, of course, a tower. Let's bring this up close. Let's see if we can get this to focus. My nails are all busted, but ignore. So it seems like this person just maybe had a fit of anger and broke something, and even perhaps like something splattered on the wall above. And I actually hadn't noticed these. It's almost like these are like little ghosts or things like that. So this is could be saying that it's almost like ghosts from the past came back. Ooh, I'm getting a lot of energy on my crown chakra. So things from the past I feel like could have come back to bite you, to haunt you, and could have driven you really in a bad place, okay? And they can't forget that. So I feel like you guys had a tower moment. Something that maybe perhaps they were trying to hide came to the forefront in full force, and it just really pissed you off. Temperance, that's interesting. I mean, look at polar opposites. I would say that this person loves that you are an extremist, or as they perceive, an extremist. Like that you're super hot here, and then very warm and inviting here with the temperance. You're just calm, cool, collected, very warm and cozy, having the ability to transmute all of this energy around you, very sensual. They love that about you. By the way, they love this passionate side as long as it's not directed at anger towards them, right? I feel like they love when perhaps you would sit and drink with them. They loved if you wore dresses. I feel like this person also could think about your feet, even if they didn't express they had a foot fetish. I think that they were really intrigued by your feet. I feel like for 1 or 2 of you, they didn't act on it because maybe they were shy, maybe, I don't know, but whatever the reason. For others of you also, I think of the soles of your feet, and the sole is, the sole, the windows. The sole would be your eyes. Look, very sensual. So you have a very sensual, confident air about you. Like you can handle yourself. I feel like you could be someone who knows jiu-jitsu, karate, martial arts, mixed martial arts. You could also know how to handle a weapon, a gun, a rifle, an axe, a knife. You could be someone who knows how to handle themselves with self-defense, maybe taking courses or even training others to do so as well. And they love that toughness. Look how this just frames everything so beautifully. It's almost like, I heard Oreo. It's almost like you're an Oreo. They don't really know. People see what's on the outside, but they don't know that you have like the core strength as well. And I feel like perhaps what they really enjoy about you as well is that people don't know how strong you can be. If driven to be strong or if driven to that point, and how passionate as well. They could love your hair. You could be somebody who has like beautiful tresses, beautiful hair color, be natural, or even hair extensions. I feel like they definitely have a fascination with your boobs, with your breasts. They love to see you in a state of half dressed. They might even love to see you in red. They miss seeing you wear things that are just like sexy and translucent, transparent, that kind of a thing, almost like an accidental sex spot, that kind of a thing. 6 things they can't forget about you for pal number 3. Show me now. Kind of want that one. So we've got 3 things so far. We're calling them things. Look, they love your boobs. They love your sensuality. They love the fact that you're comfortable with your body. I feel like I can't say a lot of stuff like that on my channel, but your butt is completely open to this person. So I feel like they can't forget how they used to eat. You know what? Anyways, eat at that seat at the table, okay? I feel like you could really have a lush butt, like a really nice, big, juicy booty is what they think, okay? I feel also that they can't forget how loyal you were, how solid you were. I feel very strong like family vibes, salt of the earth, hard worker. And yet at home, it's like I heard freaking the sheets. I'm like, okay, well, if that's what you want to call it. It seems like that comes up quite a bit. Okay, just happen to look at the bottom of the deck. Judgment. This person can't forget the energy exchange that you had, even if you never moved in together, even if you only had quote unquote a couple of really hot moments with each other. They definitely can't forget you, and that has courted you together. You could have had a child, you could have had an unexpected pregnancy, things like that. They can't forget that you made a judgment. So I feel like it's more than just them, the Ace of Wands. This is them remembering. She appears to be pregnant here too, almost. He's holding her belly protectively. You could have lost a child, terminated a child, or had a child pass. They can't forget the conversations that you had that would get heated. I feel like maybe perhaps you guys got like one really big fight or something like that. But even I feel like when you were pregnant, if that is your scenario, or they love your belly, they just love your belly. They love touching it. They love thinking about impregnating you, that kind of a thing. Even if you're like, if you don't have the parts to get pregnant anymore, or if you're on birth control, or if there was never an intent on that, or if you're older, it doesn't make a difference. It's like that emotionally, they feel like they can have that family with you because you are the whole package. You spell family. Like, when they spell family, they write your name. And that's what they think about, and they can't forget. They love to watch you sleep. They love to watch your boobs. Put their hand on your belly. They love your sass too, and you have a lot of swag. The Empress is like, I have a lot to enjoy. Look at my wares and enjoy. I feel like you didn't hold back really at all. I feel like even this conch can be like symbolic of the female genitalia. I'm trying to clean up my act here, guys. Help me out. But I feel like maybe they would play for you for hours and just look at you and watch you get turned on, okay? I definitely feel a child on the other side. 6 things they can't forget about you. They still feel courted, by the way. When you're doing something and your brain just snaps into attention to this other person, I feel like it's one in particular, make no mistake that they're thinking about you. So energy is a two-way thing. So I feel like when that happens, especially if you've kind of moved on or whatever, they're definitely thinking about you, about those central times, about your life together, perhaps even about the pregnancy, if that was your story. Doesn't have to be. 6 things I can't forget about you. Obviously, I can't count because we went beyond. Can't forget about you, pile number 3. What do we have for thee? King of Pentacles. They can't forget how you, however, momentarily almost had a family, did have a family, moved in together. I don't really necessarily feel like you moved in together. It was almost like you kind of like, almost like played house or talked about it, or had like a temporary rental that they would maybe stay over, or vice versa. How you started building like a small community, maybe with your neighbors, things like that, or their neighbors, whatever the case may be, that it started to feel like, wow, we're adulting, we're like doing this, we're like a team, we are partnered, how things really felt lush and abundance. Like the vibe I keep getting, especially with the Empress, is abundance. The 10 of Pentacles, abundance. This person did not lack for anything. And I feel like you felt it too. Six things they can't forget about you. Pile number 3. More information on pile number 3. Show me now. Yep. Now, when I was mixing the cards, I saw once again the Tower, which is the card that we started off with. So this is like, things breaking in the home. There could have been perhaps things thrown at each other. I've been guilty of that once or twice. I'm ashamed to admit that. Yeah, it happened. So any of those things could have really transpired. But I see a lot of sorrow, a lot of wishing for the good old times, a lot of, oh my God, my cards fell. Maybe they wrote you a note. Maybe you wrote them a note and they still keep it and reread it. Perhaps this is something that they think about, like if they wrote you a goodbye letter, something like that. They think about how much that would have hurt you. They wonder and think and can't forget, like the last time that they saw you, perhaps they feel like you were really, really angry and perhaps like dissolved into tears, or like it was a really sad moment when after the fight was over and then, somebody had to pack up and leave, or decided to leave, whatever the case may be. There may have been a lot of just dreams, a lot of hopes. It's almost like they feel like frankly, they fucked up. Even here, it doesn't feel like a home, even though there's a cuadro, there's a picture here, that just a slant of it makes me feel like it was temporary, like a temporary situation, okay? So they can't forget how for a while, a brief while, everything was really beautiful and abundant with growth. And let me show you what I have here, pile number 3. Happen to look at the bottom of the deck again. The 5 of Cups, once again. What is that? The 5 of Cups. A lot of sorrow, a lot of sadness. I feel like you're both very, very sad about what transpired, how things transpired. This to me is almost like a death. This is like mourning a death of a relationship, mourning the passing of a child, a pregnancy that never fully took, a miscarriage. I feel like this person felt like you were everything. And again, very fascinated with your butt and your boobs and your hair. You brought out elements in this person that they never thought they had. Emotions they never thought they had. You woke their heart up in so many ways. Never noticed that before. It's like let's see if we can hone in a lot. Almost like a sad face in the water here, with almost like fire or something going on there. It's like the passion burns, it's still alive, but there's so much sadness in history and heartbreak also. I feel like you guys do think of each other because I have 2 5s. You know, the 5s are all about change, fluctuation. Nothing stays the same. The 5 of Cups in particular, this is like mourning. I'm sad that I miss the good old times. I miss the times when we really felt each other, when we felt like family, we had fun together, we were loving up on each other, when you were obsessed with my butt, when you were obsessed with my boobs. They miss the times when they could hear you breathing and moaning and playing with your hair and having that connection with you. They miss all of that. I feel like it's a mutual missing. It's almost like her foot is on this heart. I never noticed that before. But it's, once upon a time, you felt really safe and secure with this person. Even to the point where maybe perhaps you guys made love in front of a mirror. And that is something that perhaps neither one of you did with anyone else. Or you did it with such frequency, or you did it in a different way, like you brought food onto the couch or the bedroom and watched as, like, you know, I don't know what. They ate whipped cream off of you, or ice cream, or a beverage, anything. But there's mutual sadness thinking about the good old times, the times when things were clicking, all the cylinders were being fired up, and all the boxes were being checked. Pile number 3. 6 things I can't forget about you. And we are way beyond 6, but we're just going to say can't count. Things I can't forget about you. Show me now. You lent this person a lot of stability. They felt stable. They felt even independent. They felt like they could stand on their legs more. It sounds really weird, but this is my independent. I'm single. I have my own life. Even if we're cooperating, whatever the case may be, I still have like my own spine. I have my own friends. I have my own agenda, my own jobs, my own vision for the future, my own money, my own wealth, my own abundance. And I feel like you started feeling that confidence within yourself, like things were just so possible and things were flowing. You brought different elements into the home, into the table for one another. I feel like they feel like you are home. It doesn't matter if you've moved 50 times from the place that this transpired or happened or whatever, or they moved, wherever you are, that's their home. I heard, oh my gosh, I heard I'd like to eat at that table again. I'm just telling you what I heard. They would like to take steps to change your single status. No one else has been able to fill those shoes, by the way. We're going to do some charms now, so be sure to take out any earbuds or whatever you may have, headphones. 6 things they can't forget about you, pile number 3. We've got the puzzle. We've got love looped into infinity. We've got the heart. I feel like heritage heart, classic. Oh my goodness, look. We got hope, infinite love. Shungite. We've got shungite. That is quite interesting. I know it helps relieve with stress. I actually put it in my water to make shungite water. We've got the star. Let's grab a couple more. We've got the tennis racket, perhaps sports, playing sports. What's important to you? Transformation, butterfly. This could also be saying that perhaps I made a sport out of you and that was not good and I'm willing to change with the transformation card because you are my missing piece. We are definitely parts of the puzzle together. I feel like you're family. This reminds me of like the ship, the nautical, like the lifesaver and things like that. So this is saying it's like you are a lifesaver, you are my other half, you're a piece of my puzzle. I really look up to you, I dream about you. I love the fact that you're just open and pure. And when I say pure, I'm just talking about you're just really open and honest and like real with what it is that you wanted. And it is so refreshing. It's hard to find that on the real world, by the way. Hope. They have infinite hope and infinite love for you. And with the shungite, you guys could have had some intense conversations or been on the same page about EMF toxicity and how our environment is really actually kind of poisoning us. Things like cell phones, computers, things like that. Conversations about 5G, conversations about crystals, power crystals, and shungite. Maybe perhaps you were interested in drinking shungite water, or that might be of benefit to you right now. So this person has hope. They have hope. And I feel like they do keep an eye on you. Okay. So that is what I have. Pile number 3. If you like this kind of reading, smash the like button, share, comment, subscribe. Until next time, namaste.